Hi friends, this is Em and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing a quick check-in with my bullet journal and setting up the reading stats page for May. So this month in May, I actually was able to check off another one from my 23 and 23, that being These Deadly Games by Diana Urban, which was surprisingly good. I was very pleasantly surprised with it. I was also able to check off another one for the Buzzword Readathon, that being Secrets Never Die. I wasn't as big of a fan of that one, so we're just not gonna talk about it. But something that's not a secret is that this is a collab video with Jess over at Knit Plan Jess. I'm going to link her video in the description for her reading stats page. Let me know if y'all go and check it out. But we're jumping right into it for May. So one of my biggest complaints last month was that I couldn't get it to match. All right. And so when I was making all of these little pie charts, which were cute, and I wanted to keep them going for this month, but I wanted to make them in coordinating colors. So, just like how right now I'm cutting out all of these book titles, which these are 5-star titles. It was a really good reading month. But I made these in Canva, right? I just copied a picture and then I'm cutting them out. You can do the same thing for pie charts. So I learned this from Planned and Planted, Emily, who learned it from Plant-Based Bride. And so you can make those in Canva, you just look under charts or whatever. But here's the part where I felt like really big-brained. I know I haven't even shown them yet, but like as soon as I'm done cutting these covers, like I will. The big brain moment for me was that then I went on to Caitlin's Etsy page, which is where these stickers are from, and I copied the picture of the listing because you could see the colors from it there, and then went in with the color picker tool to pick out colors that were in the stickers. So now they're always going to perfectly coordinate. I just have to change the colors each month. And once this is set up, right, like all of these they'll have the appropriate sort of tables. I just need to have the numbers. It's going to be great. All right. It's going to make the setup for every single month so easy. But I have 10 books that were 5-star reads, and we're just going to glue these in. We're going to write in the appropriate thing for each part of the pie chart, right? So long as it fits. If it doesn't fit, I'll draw a little arrow on the outside. And as you know, we're tracking the genre, we're tracking if it's an arc or a backlist, we're tracking if it's a physical copy, and we're tracking if the book is written by a BIPOC author, has any LGBT rep, or has any disability rep. So, of the 10 books that I read that were 5 stars, right, I don't think that there was an immense amount of representation in them, which is sad. I did read Fourth Wing, which I fucking loved. And let's be clear, this is not the pinnacle of fantasy ever, right? Like it's not a Patrick Rothfuss book, okay? But it's really readable. It's so readable. I've been likening it to like Divergent, that sort of series, where back in the day, back in those early 2010s, late 2000s, that the Hunger Games, that's what people were reading. They wanted to read books that wanted to be read, and this is one of those. It has its flaws, but it also has some really great representation for, I think it's Ehlers-Danlos, the disease there. I really enjoyed that. In terms of upcoming chaos reads, right? For the Joyful Chaos Book Club. Practice Makes Perfect. We have a chat with Sarah Adams on June 14th. I read Practice Makes Perfect. I loved it. It was very cute, very fluffy. On July 26th, we're meeting with Allie Hazelwood. I just read Love Theoretically. And the way that this book just busted my sort of slump was amazing. Like, Allie Hazelwood's books, again, I find them to be so readable. Where when I have to work to like understand what's going on and like really delve deep into understanding what's happening on the page, that's not what I want to be reading before bed. I mean, in one sense it is, because it'll put me to sleep, right? Like, that's why I've never finished Hound of the Baskervilles. But on the other hand, I want something, for the most part, light and fluffy and like happy making. Really just the happy making part, because sometimes I'll read a thriller or a horror and that'll make me happy. But Love Theoretically really did it for me. Some people have been saying that it's just a regurgitation of the love hypothesis. It's not. It really isn't. It is a short girl and a tall boy. But then they're in STEM. That's about where the similarity ends. I also really loved Play for Me by Libby Hubsher. That one comes out in June. And it's about an ex-athletic trainer for the Red Sox who, after a bit of a scandal, goes and starts working for a private school. And I don't, like, it's another one of those, like, kind of STEM-y romances, because she's working in, like, the exercise science field. But it just felt so realistic in the sense of, like, oh my God, this could actually happen in real life. And I feel like I liked that about If You Ask Me, which was her previous one. Her first one, Meet Me in Paradise, was just completely different. It just was like not for me. Like, I liked it, but it was like, you know, I can't. There's just a twist in it that is not going to be for everyone. That's what I'll say. Speaking of twists that won't be for everyone, I also read The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I gave it 5 stars. I'm a little conflicted about it. But it's definitely not going to be for everybody, especially like the people who really didn't like Verity for reasons. You might not like this one, but if you did like Verity, which I did, I really did, this one is a good choice. I think some of these, right, like All the Right Notes, are a little bit on the sad side, although they are perfect for Pride Month because it features a male-male romance, and I love it. I love them so much. But it does get a little sad in the middle, and like maybe I feel like I gave it 5 stars. Like, I'm talking about all these books that I loved, and I'm like, maybe they're sad, maybe they won't be for everybody, but I really liked it. It's about a composer, I guess, kind of might be a word for him, who goes back to his hometown to help his dad with with essentially a benefit concert. But it's with his sort of crush from high school, and they have to reconcile a little bit. Okay, I am running out of time. Other books that I really loved. Yellowface. Picked this for the Knox Book Club. Like, a aspiring writer watches her friend die, and then steals her manuscript. A perfect vintage. This one is all about the female gaze, and is perfectly literally perfect for summer. It's set in a French chateau. That summer feeling, also perfect for summer. Adult summer camp, sapphic insta love, like the queer awakening. There's nothing left to say. It's just so good. And then I finally read The Soulmate Equation. This month I also read The True Love Experiment. I didn't love that one as much, but sometimes Christina Lauren just like fucking nails it, and other times they don't. This time I felt like they did. It focused on a statistician. I'm a mathematician. They are different. But I still thought it was enjoyable. Not enjoyable was me struggling to find a place to put this last book. So apparently I'm only allowed to read 9 5-star books a month. And I'm still not happy with how it turned out in the end, honestly, but like, there's nothing I can do now. There's nothing I can do now. In terms of my BIPOC and disability pie charts, those were really low this month. Like, I wish that they had been as high as the LGBT ones, because last month I read like 50% of them had good LGBT rep. But this, like, I just didn't got it. But I did read 33 books in May. I was on vacation for part of it. Like, trust me, that's why. And I had 10 5-star reads. So that's like almost a third. It's one short of a third. So I'm not complaining. Let me know what you think of my reading wrap up for the month. Also, let me know what your favorite book that you read in May was. Maybe I read it. Maybe I'm gonna read it in June. We don't know. Like this little, yeah, it just makes me so happy. But as always, happy planning.